friends, and welcome to That Outdoorsy Podcast. I'm your host, Cassie, aka That Outdoorsy Gal, and today we're diving into episode 6. I'm joined by Sandra from Alaska with Sandra on Instagram and TikTok. And if you've seen her content, you already know it's full of laughter, adventure, and the most incredible Alaskan views. She genuinely looks like she's having a blast out there and literally makes me want to hop on a plane and join in on one of her adventures. Sandra has built this amazing community of women who adventure together through the wilds of Alaska and beyond. She recently led her first international group trip to Peru, which I can't wait to hear about, and she truly is an inspiration in showcasing that the outdoors are for everyone. Hey, Sandra, welcome to That Outdoorsy Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah. Hi, Cassie. It's great to be here. I'm really excited.
Yes, I can't wait to learn more about your Alaskan adventures. So let's just get right into it.
Awesome.
Are you from Alaska or did you move there? How did you get there?
So I'm actually originally from Southern California, and I got the chance to come up to help my sister. Basically, just help her with my niece. She was going through a nursing program, so I had visited multiple times. I loved it. And it's funny because you know how you have your little Facebook memories? Something came up not too long ago, but it was like, oh, getting home from Alaska, would love to live here one day. And here I am.
So you manifested it basically.
Yeah, you can definitely say that. But yeah, I came up to help my sister. She laughs at me all the time because when I told her, when she asked for help, she kind of jokingly said it, thinking like me and any of my sisters would be like, yeah, no. But I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go for it. And yeah, so I told her I'd come up for 3 months. And then I was like, if it works out, maybe I'll stay for like 6 and then maybe a year. We'll just go from there. And yeah, she just laughs at me now because I'm on year 10.
Oh my gosh.
And she's not here anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's just me. Most of my family or all of my family is back in California.
Well, that's so funny. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at your videos and pictures, I feel like I also would never leave Alaska.
Yeah, I can't imagine myself living anywhere else. Like I think about it and I'm just so obsessed with Alaskan summer. The winter is great too. But the summers just they have a hold on me. I don't think there's anything like it.
Yeah, they look absolutely beautiful. I mean, you've definitely convinced me to come up. So, have you always been outdoorsy or did Alaska kind of make you more addicted to it?
Yeah, I would definitely say Alaska brought it out a lot more. I definitely remember kind of growing up, we used to go on camping trips and like river trips a lot. And I always enjoyed being outside in the outdoors, but living in California, I think it was just not as accessible. I mean, I know California has a lot of beautiful places, obviously. I think I was more of like, let's go hang out at the beach. But yeah, I think my first trip to Alaska, we did so much. Like, I remember pretty sure I think we did like Matanuska Glacier. So you like walk on a glacier. We did like a river rafting trip. And then I think we did like a four-wheeling trip and then like some hiking and stuff. So, and camping obviously too. And then after that, pretty much any time that I came to visit, it was just like, I just want to do all the things. Like, there's so much to do here. So yeah, Alaska definitely brought it out of me a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you have me sold on moving to Alaska, and I imagine it will just make anyone be outdoorsy as beautiful as it looks. So, what part of Alaska do you live in?
So I am in Anchorage. I've been living in Anchorage for most of my time here. I did move to the valley for maybe like a year. The valley is considered like Wasilla Palmer area, which is about 40 minutes north of Anchorage. But I like Anchorage. It's not really like a big city or anything like that. It's a city compared to the rest of Alaska. But as far as like other major cities, like LA, for example, yeah, it's nothing like that.
Doesn't feel as crazy.
No, but I like Anchorage. Like I like to travel still, and it's nice being close to the airport. It's a little challenging if you're in the valley and you're trying to go to the airport because a lot of the flights out of Anchorage just happen to be red eyes.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
yeah.
interesting. Do you have a favorite place around Anchorage that you like to explore?
Around Anchorage, yes. Glen Alps Trailhead is probably one of the most popular, and I enjoy going there, but for the most part, I do love Hatcher Pass, which is out towards the valley. It's about an hour from Anchorage, I will definitely, during summer, I probably go to Hatcher Pass like a few times a week, which
Oh,
might sound
wow.
kind of crazy because it's a little far, but the sun doesn't go
I
down.
will drive forever for like a good view. I will just hop in the car.
Yeah, no, exactly. I have a couple friends that were just like, yeah, let's go to Hatcher Pass and hike. And it's 6 p.m. and we're driving out there and we're not driving back until like 1 a.m. or something.
But I guess in the summer, it's still daylight.
hmm Yeah.
So is Hatcher Pass a park or is it one specific hike?
So Hatcher Pass is one of Alaska's state parks. Yeah, there's a lot of different hikes out there, a couple lakes that you can hike to and swim in.
Very cool. Do you have
And
a
there's
favorite?
actually, yes, definitely Reed Lakes. Reed Lakes is rated one of Alaska's top hikes. It's absolutely beautiful. I actually backpacked it for the first time this summer. I've hiked it, done day hikes multiple times, but I was telling some friends, like, I've always wanted to backpack it. Like, let's just backpack it. You want to spend more time out there. So we backpacked it. And now, of course, we're like, okay, now we're backpacking it every year. There's also like a little lodge up there too with some
Oh,
cute little A-frame cabins. I think there's only like maybe like 4 or 5 of them. So it's a small little cute place. But yeah, there's a lot to do out there.
yeah. Sometimes I just like backpacking just because you get to experience the place a lot more. Whereas
hmm
day hiking, you're kind of in a hurry. At least here, we're like racing the sun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's nice to chill. And it's nice that you have friends who will go with you.
Yeah, that's definitely, I want to say, kind of new.
Really?
Somewhat. I was in a relationship for quite a long time, and that ended about a year ago. But before that ended, I was definitely kind of getting my foot in the door with meeting some more girlfriends and that sort of thing. Been able to make some more friends, and thankfully, because of Instagram, interestingly enough, people that are just into the same thing and want to go hang out in Alaska's backcountry.
You got to love Instagram for that. It's good at connecting people with the same hobbies.
Yes, it's funny because before I really started creating content and like putting it out there, you just scroll.
Yes.
But then when you actually are like putting in the effort for social media, it makes sense. Like I'm
It's
actually
social.
connecting.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually meeting people that like to do the same things. And yeah, I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I do love your content and I love like your girl groups. They look like so much fun. Like just watching all your reels, I'm like, "Oh, I want to go." I become part of the group.
That's funny. I get asked that a lot.
Do you?
I do,
See?
yes.
You're so cool.
Um, just like honestly, the people that I've actually met, they're like, I don't want to say like pushy, but they'll message me and more than once, to hang out. Cause sometimes I get messages and yeah, I'm down to meet. But if we don't like exchange numbers or something like that, I don't want to say I forget, but it just kind of gets lost
Yeah,
in my messages.
I get that.
Occasionally, yeah, like I have my little broadcast channel. So occasionally I'll try to post there. But also it's like, okay, well, I have to be safe. Like I can't just be putting where I'm going all the time.
Right. I get that too. I know I
Yeah.
haven't quite figured out the way to do that. Do you just post it out there? Do you just message specific people? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the
Yeah.
best way.
Yeah.
People have definitely figured it out, but I have not.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're likely to message me and just be like, "Hey, want to go hiking. I want to do it this day or something," then I try to make it happen and meet some new people, some new faces.
Cool. Well, I will do that when I come to Anchorage. Sandra, let's hang out. We talked a little bit about your favorite place kind of around Anchorage. Is there a favorite place in all of Alaska that you like to go to?
Besides Hatcher Pass, I would definitely say Seward. Seward area, that's about 2 hours south of Anchorage.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I have so many because as soon as I said that, I was like, wait, Portage. Portage is also one of my favorite areas. Portage Valley is like about maybe like 40 minutes south of Anchorage. Basically the Kenai Peninsula, if I'm being
Oh,
honest.
okay.
Yeah, the whole Kenai Peninsula, they actually call it like Alaska's playground. There's Portage, Whittier, Seward, Cooper Landing,
And is that
and
on the
then
water?
Seward is.
Okay.
Yes. Seward and Portage and Whittier, yeah. And Homer, yes. Cooper Landing is not, but it has Kenai Lake that flows into Kenai River. Cooper Landing's definitely one of my favorite places too. It's gorgeous. It's known more as a fishing town, but it's beautiful.
I've seen some pictures of like, is it Seward or Stewart?
Seward.
Seward.
Yeah.
I've seen some pictures of it and it looks so pretty. So do you like to hike down there or are there other activities that you enjoy doing down there?
I want to say there's a little bit of everything. One of my favorite hikes is down there. It's called Lost Lake. It's about 14 miles round trip. Yeah, there's two trailheads, so you can hike in or you can just hike through. But if you like, it doesn't matter which one you choose. It's about 7 miles to the lake and then 7 miles back, or basically the whole thing, 14 miles, maybe 15. But that's a really good hike. And then Kenai Fjords National Park is also in Seward. So, of course, you have the national park and there's some trails there. But I think what Seward is mostly known for is definitely Resurrection Bay. So, it's this beautiful bay with huge mountain peaks just surrounding the whole bay. I think my favorite thing to do would definitely be sea kayaking. Yeah,
Do you
as far
ever
as in
see
Seward.
do you ever see whales or anything when you're out there?
Yeah, I have this. So they also do wildlife boat tours. So I've done some of those and seen whales from those. But this past summer, I went sea kayaking out towards Eliak Glacier. And we were kayaking and there was a whale. It was kind of far. I want to say like maybe 100, 200 feet. But it was just so exciting because it was like, oh my gosh, yes, there's a whale. Like, that's so
Yeah, and
cool.
you're like in the water with the whale.
Yeah, it's a little scary, but I also went sea kayaking because that was like a guided trip that I did. But there's also a few lodges that you can take a water taxi out to, and then they'll have sea kayaks that you can just kind of use on your own. So
Oh,
we did
wow.
that. My friend and I and another friend, we went sea kayaking just out on our own. And of course, nobody has a camera out. We're just enjoying the moment. And probably about 8 to 10 feet in front of us, a whale just goes under the water directly in front of us. We were
Oh
freaking
my
out to
God.
the point where we were all just like panicked. Like I still couldn't even get out something to record because the waves were like coming around and it was like basically like he went under our
Oh
kayak or
my
she, I don't
gosh.
know. But that was definitely one of my greatest experiences there for sure. Yeah.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
So
So if
did
you
he
want to see
pop out the
kayak
other
with whales,
side?
no, he just went because usually,
He just dived.
yeah, like they'll go under and stay under. Because I'm pretty sure it was a humpback. I want to say they stay under for like at least 20 minutes or something
Oh
like
my
that. Could
gosh.
be totally wrong. But it was funny because that happened. And at the same time, one of those wildlife boat tours was like coming up around us. And they were like, oh my gosh, wouldn't want to be those people. And we're like, what? That was amazing.
Yeah, I could definitely see how it'd be scary, but so, so cool.
Yeah, they were laughing at us. You can hear like the captain on his microphone being like, I wouldn't be caught out here on anything that doesn't have a motor.
Oh.
And it's like, well, we're living our best life out here.
Yeah. You're like, we're fine. But did we die? No.
Yeah, if oh my gosh, if I would have ended up in the water, I probably would have been freaking out. But it's okay. We were good.
I mean, that sounds pretty amazing. Well, I know right now we're kind of in our change of seasons, and I know that you love Alaska in the summer, but do you still get out in the winter? Do you watch the Northern Lights? Do your activities change up?
Yeah, activities definitely do change. I love it. It's definitely taken some time to get used to winter. I make it a point to do my best to get outside, even if it's just for a little bit, because yes, sometimes it's pretty cold, and it's dark. So I do my best to try to catch either sunrises or sunsets, go on little walks. And then as far as adventures, I recently just did some wild ice skating. Also, last season was a great season for wild ice. So that's really fun, just kind of hiking up to a lake that I swam in this summer. And now I'm ice skating on it.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
so
pretty
fun.
awesome. It's one of those surreal things. Like you're out there and you're doing it. And then you just look around and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. And then
Yep.
it's also amazing to see other people enjoying it as well. I don't know what it is. Cause like, I think you like living in Alaska, a lot of people come here to like get away from people. But I don't know. It's just so, I don't know how to explain it. Surreal. Cause you go out there and everyone's just having a great time. And I feel like it just brings out like the kid in you, like the child in you. Everyone just has that childlike happiness and joy and just having a good time because it's just kind of crazy.
I mean, there's something about ice skating that brings out your inner child anyway, but I
Yes.
imagine just ice skating on a lake in the mountains, pretty amazing. I went to Banff last winter because I wanted to ice skate on Lake Louise.
Uh-huh.
So I just drove up there from Salt Lake,
Oh,
literally
wow.
just to ice skate.
Did you
And
get
it was
to?
so cool. I mean, that
Oh,
was a
yeah.
little bit more people-y. It wasn't as wild, but I think if I can go back like this year or next winter, I'll rent some skates in town and go out on oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of that highway, that Canadian highway up there. That's really cool. And I
Oh,
would
I'm not sure.
just, because you could just see the lakes. And I'm just like, I wish I had ice skates.
Yeah. It's pretty scary. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially like
Cracks
I
a
went
little.
this weekend. Yeah. And just like, okay, definitely have the safety gear that we need. But yeah, it's pretty special. And then I do still like try to do some hiking. I'll wear my micro spikes if needed, maybe some snowshoes, and then definitely aurora viewing for sure.
I'm so jealous. So, does that happen late at night or can you catch it, like 5 p.m.? Like, do you have to stay up late to watch it? Or,
I
since I
wish
know
I could
it's
see
dark
it.
there a lot. So,
Yeah, no, I wish I could see it at 5 p.m. But the earliest I've probably ever seen a show would maybe be like 9 or 10 p.m. And
oh,
that
wow.
happens to be more early season for some reason. Like I know earlier this fall, there were some shows that were starting pretty early around then. But for the most part, it seems to be like late at night, midnight or so. Like there was one time last season, I think it was like March, and I was out with some friends. We were just having a bonfire, expecting to see the aurora. Everyone was hanging out. Probably like we probably started around like 8 p.m. And then people started leaving around like 11. It was still like an hour drive back to Anchorage. So it was me and two other girlfriends, and we were like getting ready to leave because we could see it throughout the night, but she was just like peeking, like just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's exciting, but it was just okay, it's just a small
Lord.
aurora. Yeah. And then my friend was like, wait, she's doing the thing. And then, like, you could tell when it's just about to blow up, I guess you can say. And we got back out of our cars. Like, literally, my car was on and warming up. But we
Gosh.
hopped back out, and sure enough, it was probably one of the top 5 shows I've ever seen. The whole sky,
Really?
just the whole sky lit up. It's funny because we watch our videos and we're all just freaking out in them. And at one point, I'm jumping up and down. My friend said she was listening to hers, and she's like, "You had no words because it's so another surreal thing. It
Alaska
feels
seems
really
to have a lot of
magical."
those.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of pinch me moments. Like, is this happening? Is this my life right now? Like, it feels like I'm in a movie.
Yeah, we've gotten it a couple times down here, but you really can't see it without your phone. Once you put your phone up, you're like, oh, there it is. I mean, you can
Oh,
see
okay.
like things going on, but I would die. And even then, I'm like crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening.
Yeah.
So just to see it with your eyes, I would die for sure. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I've seen it
Yeah,
all. I'm good.
seeing it dance is it's crazy because you can actually see like the lights, like they're dancing in it. I don't know. I'm always reminded of like spirits for sure because it's just so crazy.
Oh my
But yeah,
gosh.
definitely mostly at night, late nights. There
Past my
have been
bedtime.
mornings. There have been mornings though if you're an early bird. I know when I lived out in Wasilla, I'd leave to work really early, like at 6 a.m., and sometimes they would be out.
I
So
just can't even
it
imagine
just
like driving
depends.
to work and just having the aurora out there.
Yeah, yeah, pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. I'm coming to Alaska in the summer and I'm coming in the winter. And then I'm never
Yeah.
leaving.
If you do come up specifically for the aurora, I always suggest going to Fairbanks rather than Anchorage. They tend to have a couple more clear, it's more clear out there, I want to
Oh,
say.
interesting.
Anchorage is coastal, and so I think we're a little bit more overcast sometimes, but Fairbanks gets the aurora a lot more frequently as well.
I know that there are some apps out there to like help predict it.
Hmm.
Is that kind of how you guys know too? Do you guys have
Yeah,
special Alaskan intel that you can share?
there is special intel, and I still don't understand it because it has to do something. It's called the BZ. I don't know what it
I've
is, but
heard
I
of
just,
that and I still don't understand it.
yeah, the BZ has to be negative, and Because a lot of people look at the KP, and so if the KP is high, they're like, "Oh, the aurora is gonna be out." But, I've also been told, "Well, it can be a high KP, but if the BZ isn't negative, then you might not see." Yeah,
All these
it's just
acronyms.
like, "Okay, if the aurora is gonna be out, I'm just gonna go." Basically, I've learned if it's gonna be clear tonight, it's worth it to, like, go do something, be outside, you know? Yeah. If it's not too cold, hang out, have a little bonfire or something. If it is freezing, maybe just go for a drive, see the stars. I don't know.
Don't freeze to death.
Yeah,
Maybe I need to have a Aurora chaser on the podcast so I can understand it more.
that would be great. Yeah. I know there's guides. So for people that are visiting, you can get a guided tour or something like that. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram who will post about it frequently. And he talks about all the scientific stuff.
So cool. I feel like I
Yeah.
could really get into that.
Yeah. And he'll be like, okay, like tonight, like keep your eyes up. It happened.
He's like, the BZ's gonna pop off.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's supposed to be a good season. So yeah, if there's any clear nights this winter season, I'm definitely just gonna be hanging outside.
Well, I can't wait to see your videos and your pictures because they're
Yeah.
always
But
amazing. Okay, well, living in Alaska, got the bears, you've got the moose, you've got all the animals. I know, especially my husband, he's like, we're never hiking in Alaska because he doesn't want to deal with the bears and he's a scaredy cat. Have you had any crazy experiences with wildlife?
no, not really, to be honest.
Oh
For
my
as much
gosh.
hiking and backpacking as I do, I thankfully haven't encountered any bears on the trail.
I'm
The only
texting my
time I
husband
would
right now. We're
The
going.
only time yeah, the only time I actually did encounter bears on the trail was at Katmai National Park in Brooks Falls, and that's where you would expect to find them, that's why I went there.
Yes, that's the one with like the bears in the waterfall catching the fish.
Yes,
Oh, that
yes.
looks so cool.
Yeah, I think it's, like, streaming on YouTube all summer long.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
How
I think they
fun.
started up in June, and then it's, I think, through Fat Bear Week, which is, I think, the last week of October. But yeah, that was definitely another one of those surreal experiences. I absolutely loved it. You have the option to either stay at the lodge, which I think can be pretty expensive, or you can get a permit at Brooks Camp and camp there. And so that's what I did with it was a group of 6 of us. And yeah, we did 2 nights. It's about a mile and a half from the camping area to the falls. And so you are on the trail for a little bit and you can run into a bear at any time. The first thing that they make you do when you get there is you go to bear school. And so they'll
Oh,
kind of just like, yeah, they'll just kind of talk about and teach you like how to respect the bears as far as being on the trail. Like they always have the right of way. If there's a bear on the trail, you get off the trail. You're
yeah.
supposed to
I
stay like
think that should be common sense.
you're supposed to like at least keep I think it's 50 yards. I don't know if it's 50 feet or 50 yards. One of those. But yeah, you just keep a certain distance and yeah, as soon as we got there, we did bear school, we set up our camp, and then we went to go to the falls. And as soon as because you kind of go through there's a bridge that goes over the river, and that has gates. So once you're out of that gate, you're on the trail, and then it's just open. And we ran into a bear within like 20 feet of
Oh
leaving
my
that
gosh.
fenced area.
I'm just waiting for you.
Yeah, it was a bear. It was a mama and her 2 cubs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so we just went into the trees and she passed us and she was right in front of us and she just like looked at us and kept walking along.
Had to be so cool to see though.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
I mean,
pretty sure I cried.
I'm sure I'd be like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, there's a bear, but like
Yeah.
also, oh my gosh, there's a bear
Yeah,
and
no. And
babies.
with her exactly, with the cubs, they're so tiny and cute. But yeah, don't get close to those.
Nope, don't. Even though they look friend shaped, they are not.
Yeah, there was a few time that mama they call it a bear jam, and that's basically when there's a bear on the trail and you can't keep going. She
Hmm.
kept treeing her cubs, like putting them up in the tree, and then she'd like nap at the bottom of the tree. And so she did that a few times, and we would be stuck like wherever we were.
That's hilarious. She's like, okay, kids, you play up
Yeah,
here. I need a
yeah,
nap.
yeah. It's really important to respect her space. We did come across some people that were clapping and yelling
Oh,
and doing what they're not supposed to
dang.
do. Um, which we did say something like, "Hey, you're not supposed to do that." And it was like 10 p.m. He's
Oh,
like, "Well, I just want to go to bed." And I'm like, "Okay, well, like Mama Bear just wants to take care of her kids. So
yeah.
you got to tough it out."
Did you even go to bear school?
I know, right? Where's your bear school pin? Because I think you skipped that part. Yeah,
You
no,
weren't
we
listening.
we mentioned it to the ranger because we were like, "Is that even okay?" She's like, "No, that's exactly what you're not supposed to do. Like, that's just gonna stress her out. She's not gonna want to move. And you're here to see the bears, so respect the
Yeah.
bears, you know?"
Yeah. Did they have rangers? Were there a lot of rangers there? Like, since there are a lot of bears?
Yeah, there were rangers. Like, there was another time where we were on the trail and we happened to come to a fork in the trail. And it's like to the right, I think that's where all the rangers' cabins and stuff are. And
Mm.
then if you go left, that's where you go to go camp. And there were bears coming in both directions. And
Oh,
somehow rangers showed up like right away. They're pretty good about communicating. I know they all have radios and stuff. And
yeah.
sometimes they'll be on the trail and just walking around. So yeah, there's pretty much rangers at all times, I wanna say,
I feel
just
like I'd hate
around.
to be a ranger around bears. I don't know. I want to think that I'm brave, but if I'm having to deal with bears all the time, I'm like, oh, I'm stressed.
Yeah. Yeah, there were 2 women that stuck out to me where I was just like, "Oh my gosh, you're so hardcore and, like, so cool." I'm just
Can I
like
be like you?
yeah, because there was one woman that had, like it was, like, kinda like a stick thingy. I don't know what it's called, but, she said that she's had to use that if they need to actually move a bear. So I guess if it's, like, not being angry or, I don't know,
Yeah.
territorial or something, like, she might be able to move a bear.
Oh my gosh.
At least that's what she said she used it for. I didn't get to see it in action or anything. And then, yeah, there was this other woman that came out of nowhere and there were bears coming. She was like, "You guys get in the bathroom," because there was a bathroom. And then she's like, "And this group over here get in the trees and everybody just stay quiet and stay calm." And that's when I think the mama bear and her 2 cubs passed us. And then there was another bear and he had to be pretty young, like a juvenile bear, because he didn't lunge, but he was scratching at the floor and just kind of acting a little weird, and then he got up on the tree and was scratching his back on the tree, which was really cool.
I'm sure that was cool.
Um, but yeah, just these hardcore women rangers out there. I was like, "You guys are so awesome."
That is amazing. So
Yeah.
I think if I'm remembering right, you can do day trips there too, or you can camp. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, you can do day trips. They have, I think, day trips from Anchorage, from Homer, from various different little areas in Alaska.
But camping is the way to go, you think?
I would definitely suggest camping if you can get a permit, only because you get a lot more time there. And the day trippers are usually there from maybe 8 or 9 a.m. till just 6 p.m. And then, so once all the day trippers leave, the falls are actually open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh, wow. So you
So
kind of get
once
time there.
yeah, once all the day trippers leave, because there's a big difference. You notice, like, whoa, there's a lot of people here. But once they're all gone, if you go to the falls, I think one night we spent like 2 hours just at the falls. And usually there's a certain capacity for the viewing dock. So when you go during the day, they give you like a little restaurant buzzer and like take your number. And basically they'll call you. And then I think you're only allowed 30 minutes. And then you can
Oh,
go and put your name down again. But it's timed, kind of like a
hmm.
timed entry type of
That
thing.
makes sense. Yeah.
But, I think it's basically 60 people that they allow on the viewing dock, and that's how many people are allowed at the campsite. So, basically, once the day trippers leave, you don't have to worry about that, and you can kinda just hang out right there at the viewing dock. It's really nice, viewing
That
deck.
sounds amazing. So are the
Yeah.
bears just in the waterfall all the time?
Not really, I guess it just depends. Like, this summer, there was an insane amount of salmon, and so they were kinda just everywhere.
Oh, wow.
They didn't really have to be there at the falls to catch fish because there was just so much salmon. It
Oh,
was
wow.
crazy. They were actually a little, I don't wanna say picky, but you'd see them catch a fish, and they would eat the salmon eggs and then skin it and then just, like, whatever with the fillet and move on because that's what they want the most, I guess.
That's
So it was really
interesting.
funny to watch. It was like, "Hey, you're just gonna
They're
leave that
like,
there."
next. That's so
Um
funny.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. But I think because there was so much salmon this year, we saw them more just on the trail.
Lovely.
Yeah. 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 You get used to it, which is like not, I want to say it's like not okay because anywhere else I'd be freaking out. But
Terrified.
they're so used to seeing people, they just like look at you and keep walking. They
They're
don't
like,
care.
these guys again.
Yeah. Yeah.
My gosh. Well, adding to my list of places to go for sure.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend it. It's kind of hard to get a permit, but it's worth it
Do they
if you
go
can
live
get
at a
one.
certain point? I guess I could Google it, but since you're here.
Yeah. I want to say it's like the date could be wrong, but it's like, I think it's January 6th or that first week of
Oh, okay.
January at like, I don't know, 7
You got to
a.m. or
apply for it.
something. They're gone in like 30 seconds.
Dang. Got to get lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. All six of us were online first thing in the morning, and only one of us were able to actually get the permit
Oh
for
my
good
gosh.
dates.
Well, at least one of you got it because it
Yeah.
sounds incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to hang out with bears, that's definitely the place to go. Maybe your
So,
husband won't like that one.
yeah, I don't know if I could get him on board, but I'm also like, it might be good if I can get him around bear. I mean, I'm scared of bears too, right? But I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe if I could get him around bears just to see that like he won't die every time he sees one. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then, I'll get him there and he will get attacked and die. I don't know,
Oh my gosh. No, I'm pretty sure Katmai hasn't ever had any incidents.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty good at like what they do there. You're also not allowed to have anything scented or any food when you're on that trail.
It makes sense.
So they just have like little rules like that. Like at camp, they have a food storage place and like all your other stuff, another storage area basically. So yeah,
Okay.
it's a
Well,
good
I'm going
place
to
to
make him
go.
go.
Yeah, thankfully I haven't run into any while I'm like out camping or backpacking or
That's
hiking.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have seen them like far on the mountain. You can spot them and you're like, "Oh, okay, there's a bear there. Pretty
Something over
far.
there.
Okay. See over there."
Just please don't come this way.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about moose. I'm like, hey, please stay. Please stay that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
here I
I
think I get more nervous about cougars. We have cougars here in our foothills. And since I hike alone, I'm like, a little more
that
nervous, but
yeah, that's
haven't seen
scary.
one yet. Knock on wood. Okay, so let's talk about you did your first international trip this year. Is that right?
Yes, I did a group trip to Peru, which was absolutely amazing. Such a beautiful country, and it was my first group trip, and definitely exceeded my expectations, I'd say.
Yeah. Did you know everyone who went on it or were there strangers?
There were a couple people that I had never met, only kind of just randomly chatted with through Instagram, but my family kind of surprised me and booked the trip without telling me or asking me
Oh,
anything.
like your sisters or
My mom and my sister, and then a cousin and her
oh my
husband,
gosh.
and then my younger sister, her partner's parents, who I had never met before.
Oh,
So that was
that's so
actually really
fun.
cool and really special because I had never met them and it was nice to get to know them. They feel like family. And then one of my sister's friends, and then yeah, some of the people that I've just randomly chatted with through Instagram who I now keep in touch with. And it was really
That's
special. There's something different, I think, about group travel because I love traveling. I've done one solo trip to Costa Rica, but yeah, there's something about group travel that's just so special. You really connect and everyone's just so excited. Everyone had such great attitudes throughout the trip. There were a couple bumps dealing with Machu Picchu and there was strikes going on. Yeah, but everyone had such a good attitude that it's fine. It was great. Everyone was happy and cracking jokes and yeah.
well, that's amazing. Yeah. I'm definitely more of a solo traveler. Just I get nervous. I don't know. I feel like I almost shut down when I get in a group. Like I don't know how to be myself, just the introvert in me, I guess. But you make it look so fun. And there's other people on social media. I'm like, okay, I just need to give it a shot because I've never actually done it. So I might actually be my real self. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth a try because I was terrified, to be honest. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like I kind of shut down as well sometimes
Oh, really?
in groups of people. But
Yeah.
because I know what we're all here for and that we kind of have the same interests, I just felt a lot more comfortable being myself.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a shot. See how it goes. So, okay. But I do remember I know that you went to Machu Picchu, you went to all these really cool places. And what sticks out to me is the reel you shared where you were feeding the llamas or the alpacas.
Yes.
Where was that? Because you were like in a hot tub or what was it?
Yeah, so there's this place, gosh, it was probably like an hour from Cusco. Cusco is where we flew into. It's called Mountain View Experience, and they have a couple A-frame cabins, and
Is
yeah,
it an
they
Airbnb?
each No, I honestly found them through Instagram.
Oh,
It's their name is Mountain
okay.
View Experience on Instagram.
Very cool.
I just booked through their website. I thought it would be booked out or really expensive, and I actually found it to be pretty affordable. They're on a farm and it's solar powered. And yeah, it was really cool. It was definitely one of my top experiences there. The restaurant at that place has basically the alpacas will be just kind of hanging out outside and you can go out and you can feed them,
Oh my
but then you
gosh.
can also request that they come to your cabin. And
Oh,
so yeah, that's how that happened. We are like, oh yeah, let's have them come to our cabin. And my friend was like,
um,
let's do first thing in the morning so that they're hungry. And yeah, so sure enough,
they looked
the
hungry.
alpacas, yeah, they were at our cabin at 7:30 a.m. It was kind of cold too, but we're like, whatever. But yeah, it was a really cool experience. It was really fun. I would definitely suggest checking that out if feeding some llamas and alpacas are your thing. It was cool.
My husband and I did a road trip we did like a Pacific Northwest road trip and we went to Olympic National Park. And have you used Hip Camp before?
Hmm.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
love Hip Camps, kind of like Airbnb, but for camping. And so we were over by Olympic National Park. I just typed in what was available and there was an alpaca farm where you can camp in the alpaca field. And I was like, yeah,
Oh,
let's do that.
yeah.
So we we set up camp and they were just like sliced apples and you can feed the alpacas and oh my gosh, it was so fun. And there was like a random soccer ball out there. So my husband was like kicking the ball and playing soccer with the alpacas. I was like, what is happening? Where are we?
That's so fun. That's so
I
cool.
love
I love that.
it was so fun. But I'm like, I'm also scared to get spit on. Did you guys get spit on at all? No,
No,
we didn't either.
no.
I think if you're just nice
Yeah,
to them.
yeah. Yeah, I want to say they were mostly alpacas, but I don't know. And they taught you to like tell the difference, but
I think
we didn't
llamas
get
are
spit
like
at.
a little bigger because there was like a couple of llamas in the alpacas. But yeah, I don't know either. But they're
Yeah.
so cute
Yeah, no, they are.
and
It was
scary
fun.
when they're hungry.
I know. I had like a little cute basket that they give you, and one of them just kept like digging his head in there. I was just like, dude,
It's like
let me
it's my
feed the other
basket.
one.
You're like, I'm trying to take a cute video. What are you doing? Get out of my basket.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's too
gave up on the
funny.
basket eventually. I was like, okay.
Well, do you have any more group trips planned coming up?
Yeah. Yeah. So I have one right now that I launched recently for Patagonia, and that will
Ooh.
be in March of 2026. So
Oh,
super excited. That one has a lot of bucket list hikes. So yeah,
sounds
excited
amazing.
to make that
Also on my
happen.
list. My list is very big.
Oh yeah, mine too. And it only gets bigger. It only
Yeah.
gets
And I
longer.
feel like doing this podcast, I'm just like, my list is just exponentially growing. My husband's
Yeah.
be like, you can't do the podcast anymore. We can't go to all these places. How can people sign up for it? Is it on your Instagram?
Yeah. They can reach out to me on Instagram. It's through Trova Trip, so you can
Okay.
also go to Trova Trip, and if you're looking specifically for Patagonia, you'd find me there. But it's probably best to reach me on my Instagram, Alaska with Sandra. You can send me a message, but then there's also some information and links. I have a highlight there that you can check out with the itinerary and all that good stuff.
Sounds amazing. Maybe I'll join you on that one.
Oh, I would love that. That'd be so fun.
Be so fun. I can do it. One thing I love about your platform is how open you are about sharing that adventure is for everyone. You've become quite an inspiration for people who might not always see themselves in the outdoors. What do you wish more people would understand about that? I know a lot of people are just nervous to go out there if they don't feel, they're outdoorsy enough or.
I think that basically, like, if you want to do it, just get out there
Do
and do
it.
it. Yeah, like
Like
I
Nike says,
definitely,
just do it.
Yeah, just do it. When I started posting my adventures and sharing all of that, I definitely felt like I was someone that, like, I don't see myself in that space. Like, I scroll through Instagram, I'm a larger bodied woman, and I just didn't feel like I was seeing that, but I was still doing it, getting my foot in the door. I never thought I'd be someone who could backpack. Like, I saw people doing that and I was like, gosh, that looks so cool, but I don't think I could carry all my stuff on my back and go back there. Like, that sounds like a lot. But I did it and I absolutely
Yeah.
love it. And there's just something so empowering about doing that, specifically backpacking, I guess I want to say, because it's a challenge. But I think if you really want to do it, you could do it. You don't have to have all the crazy expensive gear. Like, yeah, it does make things a little bit easier, but
You got to start
you can
somewhere.
go, yeah, thrift stuff, borrow stuff. I have like a whole backpacking guest setup. That way, when friends come, I'm
I
like,
do too.
we're going backpacking.
I do too. And
No
no one has
excuses.
taken me up on it. I actually
But
get a
yeah,
lot of mine on Facebook Marketplace.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
but yeah,
expensive.
just even if you don't see yourself in the space, just get out there and do it if it's something that you really want to do. Because I think if you really set your mind to it, you can do it, and it's just so empowering.
Yeah, I think social media has a way of like making you feel like maybe you don't belong a certain
Mhm.
place. But just think about all the people who are doing the things that aren't on social media, right?
Yeah,
And I mean, even for me, I feel like I'm a little bit older than a lot of the people that I see on social media doing all the outdoorsy things, but I'm just like, try to push past it. Like, I can
yeah,
still do it. Maybe I can't hike as fast anymore, but I'm doing my best.
yeah. No, I am a slow hiker. I will probably always be a slow
Me
hiker.
too.
And that's fine with me because I'm still out there and I'm still loving it and enjoying it and just
And I feel like sometimes you get to take it all in a little bit more when you're
Mhm.
strolling along.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Stop and take some pictures.
Many, many pictures. Maybe it's the slow hikers that are the content creators because we get so
Yeah. No, I'm not stopping to breathe because I have to get a
no.
picture of this.
I have to get the same mountain from a different angle.
Yes. Oh, I have so many pictures like that,
Oh my gosh.
but now I do it even more because there's different seasons. Like I did a
Yeah.
hike twice this summer. I did that Lost Lake hike twice. I backpacked it twice and I did it in the early summer and there were like wildflowers everywhere. And then when I did it again, it was like full on fall colors. So,
Oh, I know. I did
yeah.
that too. I mean,
Yeah.
it just always looks different. And even if I do the same hike in the same season, it still looks different.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
taking 1,000 pictures.
For
Sorry.
sure. Sorry,
I
not
have,
sorry.
sorry, not sorry. I have no more storage on my phone.
Yeah.
It's okay. I just ordered the iPhone 17.
I did too. Like
Did
I
you
have
really?
to. Yes. It's on
I
back
know.
order,
Well,
but it's coming.
yeah, same. Same. Hopefully soon it comes through because, yeah, that terabyte of
Terabyte.
storage, I need it immediately.
Exactly what I got it for too. I'm like, obviously, in the camera's better, but
Totally. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
tired of
it's
my
like
phone being slow.
oh my gosh, my poor phone. My husband makes fun of me all the time. Well, and I do social media for a living too. So I'll get to work on a Monday and I'm like, guys, I can't make any reels because I don't have any storage. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. Over
I get that.
too many things, but it's memories and I love it. And I love to just go
Yeah.
back through it sometimes. Just be like, oh,
Mhm.
so pretty. So, my favorite part of the podcast is my We Listen and We Don't Judge section. So, only because I've done some really stupid things out there and I just want to know that I'm not the only one. I mean, because again, you learn the outdoors by doing it, right? So, sometimes you make some silly mistakes. And I would just love to know if you have any.
I don't know about like silly mistakes, but I would say embarrassing. A couple times I have tried to solo backpack and I pretty much do the whole hike. I get to the destination and then I'm like, yeah, nope. And I hike out. And it's dark and scary because I did that a couple times and it happened to be in September. And so that is when you're noticing, okay, the sun's not out until midnight anymore.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so, yeah, a couple times I had to hike back out in the dark, which was scary and
Yeah.
maybe not the smartest in bear country, but
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's always good to follow your gut. I've definitely done some hikes that I just haven't finished because I'm like, yeah, no. But that is funny that you basically did a day hike with your backpacking gear.
I know. I was like, I guess I'm just training. Yeah,
Yeah,
12
just think
miles,
of it
40
that
pounds on
way.
my back. Let's go.
I get it though. It can be scary out there alone.
Yeah.
I mostly solo backpack, but I don't
Oh,
do
that's
it.
so cool.
I'm more of a hiker than a backpacker, but when I do backpack, I usually go by myself. There
Wow.
is something so, I don't know, freeing about it, but also so scary, like every noise. What
Yeah.
was that? I had
Yeah.
a moose one time. I was being kind of near a lake and I heard the moose. There were a lot of moose and I heard one swimming across the lake because they were mostly on the other side of the lake. And I woke up, it was like 11:30 at night and I'm like, is that a moose swimming? And then I could kind of hear it go through the brush.
Oh
And I was like,
gosh.
okay. And then I could hear it like coming up because I was kind of up a hill. I could hear it like coming up the hill and getting closer. And I was like, can moose see tents? Like, do they know what a tent is he
Yeah.
going to step on me? So I just like turned on my light and then the sound kind of, I mean, he got really close or she, I'm not sure. And then the sound kind of faded and I didn't hear anything else. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go back to sleep. But woke up the next morning, was up for like 2 hours packing up my stuff to leave. And I heard a rustle in the bushes. And sure enough, that moose just was camping there with me
Ah,
the whole night. And then I just like froze because I was, what do I do? Because I didn't have anything to hide behind because there
yeah.
were no trees. He was in the
Mm.
trees. I was not. I was like, and he just walked back down to the lake, swam back across. I was like,
Oh,
what
nice. He just came to
just
hang
happened?
out.
Yeah. But I also feel like things like that don't really happen to me if I'm in a group because I feel like
Hmm.
groups are louder and
Yeah.
the animals kind of stay away. So I feel like I do get more cool wildlife experiences when I'm alone, even though it is very scary.
Yeah. Yeah, for
So I don't
sure.
know how
That's
I feel about it.
intimidating. That's
Yeah.
funny. I've definitely thought the same thing about moose in a tent because I was backpacking once and I saw a moose and it kept getting closer and I was like, what if like the wind comes and my tent flaps or something like that and then it freaks out and then it just
Right.
stomps on us? Like
I
your brain
know.
just thinks of the craziest
I
scenarios.
know. Seriously. I know. I was like, what if I get stepped on? And then what if he gets tangled in the tent and he falls on me? I don't,
Yeah.
yeah, you never know. Well, I wouldn't say that's a stupid or silly thing, but I definitely get it. And I would also definitely be mad if I did a day hike with all my backpacking gear.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely backpacked it since, not solo. I haven't successfully completed a solo backpacking trip, but
That's
I
okay.
definitely still make the most of them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I need to do the opposite and go with a group because I think it's good to do both. I would love to like go with a group and just have a good time and, do my solo things as well. Gotta
Yeah.
get it all in
Not
there.
not be turning over your shoulder a bunch.
Like, what was
What was
that?
that?
I know. I know. It's probably not the smartest thing either, but
No, I get it. It's
we
cool.
gotta.
I think it's awesome.
My husband does not. My husband, but he also won't go with me. So
Yeah. That would be me. You're like, you don't want to go with me? I'm gonna go
I'm
anyway.
going to go anyway. Yeah, very stubborn and independent. Okay, well, I think that's all the questions I have for you. Unless you have any for me, then I think we are good to wrap this baby up.
Any questions for you? I mean, I do kind of want to know what made you want to start the podcast.
That's great. I think as a solo adventure, even though I'm married, I still solo adventure quite a bit. And before I was married, I did it a lot more. And I've just had so many cool things happen, like cool experiences. And I just was thinking one day, well, I can't be the only one. So I just kind of wanted to create a space for people to tell their cool outdoorsy stories, talk about the things, they love the most out there, the things they hate. I just want to hear all the things. I love the outdoors and I get excited when other people are also excited about it. So I thought this would be a fun way to entertain that a little bit more.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
happy to be here.
yes, I'm so glad you're here. When I first started following you, I was like, she's coming on. I need to know more about Alaska and her amazing girl adventures. So Thank you so, so much. And I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Yeah, it was great chatting with you, Cassie. I appreciate it.
Sandra, thank you so much for joining me and for everything you do to make the outdoors more welcoming, fun, and full of laughter. That's it for this week's episode, but be sure to come back next Tuesday for another amazing episode full of outdoorsy stories. In the meantime, if you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And if you have questions for me or for Sandra, drop them in the comments or reviews. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, one last reminder, whatever adventures you head out on, please remember to leave no trace. Protect these places so they'll be just as magical for the next person. Until next week, bye.